Hello everyone, welcome to my channel Learn Tech. Today we're going to create a web server using user data in AWS. So let's log in into the AWS console. So I'm going to open a Safari browser and here I'm in the EC2 instance page. In the dashboard, if you go, there's no EC2 instance running. So let me go into the EC2 instance and click on launch instances, right? I can just give the name of my EC2 instance for the web server. So let's just say my web server. Oh, my web server. Select the operating system, which will be Amazon Linux in this video. And I can select the AMI, which is the image for the operating system, which is Amazon Linux 2, which is a free tier eligible. With this, I'll not be charged for launching this EC2 instance. All right. And the EC2 instance type, you can select T2 Micro, which is free tier eligible. For the key pair, uh, you can create one, or I would say you don't need to create one because we are not actually connecting to the EC2 server. We are making this EC2 server as a web server, so we can send the HTTP request uh, using the DNS of this EC2 instance. So we are going to proceed without key pair in this case. The network settings will leave it as default. Security groups, so we can create a security groups allowing uh, HTTP requests on port 80, which is, I'll just uncheck this one, allow HTTP traffic from the internet, roles with source anywhere, okay? And configure storage, will leave it as default again, the 8 GB storage, which is for the root volume to install our operating system, which is the Linux machine. And to install the web server, to make this EC2 instance as a web server, we're going to make use of user data, right? We'll open and copy the script here. Let me do that. I have it in my notes. So this is the bash command. So I'll just copy this, go to my AWS console and paste it over here. So in this is the bash command, right? What it is doing is after the EC2 instance is launched, it will first check if there are any updates. If so, then yes, proceed with the update. And then it will install the HTTPD service, which is the Apache service, to make the server as a web server. And it will then start the HTTPD service with this command. It will start the Apache service. And also it will enable the Apache service, which is HTTPD service. Now this command, it's the content for the web server. When you hit the URL or the DNS of the server, it should give us the result from this index.html. And in this index.html, we have a content that is hello world from $hostname -f, which is it will gonna pick the IP address of the hostname. This is the content you would see from this index.html, which is going to be saved in the index.html in this particular location of this machine. All right. So to the right, you have a number of instances. In this case, we're just going to take one for our video for our test practice purpose, and we can just click on launch instance. So now our EC2 instance has been created. Click on the instance ID. It will take you to the page, instance page, and you can see my, okay, I misspelled it. I can edit it, no worries. So it's my web server. The instance ID status is running. The instance type is T2 micro, which we have selected. The status check is showing as initializing. So let's wait for this status checks to pass. Until then, we can also, meanwhile, we can check the other details. Like in details, you have the instance ID, the public IPv4 address, private, public IPv4 DNS. This is the DNS that we will be using to access our server from the Google Chrome browser or any browser, from the browser, I would say, any browser, like we do www.google.com google.com. Similarly, we'll be using this DNS from the browser to hit our web server to check if we are able to see the request being fulfilled from the server or not, right? So, and the other details, like you can see status, which is currently system status check is initializing. The monitoring page, you can see the monitoring window. You can have an overview of what your EC2 server is doing currently, the CPU utilization, network in, network out bytes, the network packets that is flowing. So every details you will get to see here in the monitoring tab. Additionally, you can also configure the CloudWatch agent to have a managed detail monitoring for your EC2 server. And the security group, which we have attached to this server as uh, the security group, the inbound rules, it looks like the port 80 on TCP port is allowed from anywhere, which is the source, right? And networking, everything is default. We have not make any customization here. The storage is 8 gig, which is the root volume where the OS is being installed. So let me just refresh this page again and see status check. Okay, still going on. Let's just wait for this status checks to pass and then we shall continue. All right, as I can see, the status check for this machine is passed. Two of two checklist passed. If you go to status and alarm, the system status and the instance status check is passed. So that means we can try now accessing the public DNS to see if we are able to uh, send the request and receive the response back or not, right? So let me hit this URL. Voila. So that means our web server is successfully built using the user data during the launch. So we are able to see hello world from the IP address, which is the IP address of your machine, right? That is 172.31.0.158. So 172.31.0.158. That's great. So that's pretty much about this video. I hope you enjoyed this video and thank you for watching this video till the end. I hope you find this video as an informative and until then, take care. Thank you. Bye bye.